Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Aguilar. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Again, Jackson. That is caught. Breaks through the contact. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tucker's kick is good, and that will make it 6. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 33 yards that time. Tucker's kick is good, and they jump back in. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On target to his man, Likely. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field.
Tucker's kick is good. Throwing is Jackson. Complete to Likely. Big strides. Look at him go. Inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. And a strange one here. A little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good. And they have a to throw is Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here and just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
On gain of 50 yards. First down, Ravens.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down from the left hash. This from 34.
Tucker's kick is good.
And the drive.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They're the field.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
6 yards. First down, Baltimore.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field.
Tucker's kick is good, and the lead works its way. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous.
And this is caught at the 20. And he will dive to get down as they'll mark him down there. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 61 yards. Tucker's kick is good.
And that will add 3.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they're not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. Now Jackson apparently a little unsure of things, so he'll call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Tucker's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. After the interception, here's Jackson.
He hooks up yet again with Likely.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
A 33-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will push the lead. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, so the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead. Further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Watson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Back to throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Oh, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down.
There he goes, left side.
Loose inside the 30. Elijah Moore.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Elijah Moore.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
Looking deep here for Flowers.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive.
He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive.
Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 16-yard line.
Set.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
To the right side, that's where Tillman is.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? On play action, they'll throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watson now to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard.
At their 48-yard line.
Now Watson. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns are back within a score.
Hopkins with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Jackson now. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will dive to the turf and be marked down there. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try.
Tucker's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns offense and their quarterback Deshaun Watson set to take over once more.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 7. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But, CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Set.
To throw is Watson. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Tucker now for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game is.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Holding. Offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Complete.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. And I don't know.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but
Very little reason to use him at this point.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will dive to get down as they'll mark him down there.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest.